everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing Jaclyn Hill's Ride or Die makeup tag. So she put this tag up I think a week or so ago, and even though I wasn't on the officially tagged list, Tati, aka Glam Life Guru, did do a little she tags all of us type of situation, and that includes me because I love her and I watch her channel. So I'm going to go ahead and dig deep into my soul and figure out which products I would ride or die for. I spent a long time thinking about this and narrowing the products down. Some of them came super easy. I'm not kidding. Like some of them I was like, bam, I know it. Other ones I really had to think about, and it kind of makes you think about, out of all the product I do own, which ones, if I was stranded on a desert island, would I want with me? So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one that she had on her list was primer. So primer, I use a lot of primers, and I have a lot of favorite primers, but if I'm going to do a ride or die primer, it's going to be this one from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. This keeps my makeup on all day. Like, it literally means all day. I put this on at like 7:30 in the morning, and when I get home after a day of work, a day of events, and let's discount the hot, sweaty grossness of New York City, my makeup looks pretty much like it did when I left that morning. So, and it's super affordable. This is like, pretty sure it's under $10 at Target, and I stuck up on these. Like when I hit a Target like outside of the city and I see that they have these, I'm not joking, I will like buy them in bulk because I love them so much, and I keep them everywhere. I keep them in a travel bag, I keep them in, you know, my regular vanity. I have them down at my mom's house. I have one at my cousin's house. I keep them around because these are my ride or die. This is my ride or die primer right here, the one from CoverGirl. Love it. Ride or die foundation. I use a lot of different foundations depending on my need, but if I had to pick one that I would only use for the rest of my life, it would be Born This Way from Too Faced. It is my favorite foundation. It gives me great coverage without looking too cakey. It covers all my, you know, sunspots and stuff like that. It's just, it's the miracle foundation, and I love it. And if they ever get rid of this, I will scream and cry and throw a 5-year-old like tantrum. Yes. So concealer. And I think I've talked about this on my channel before, where I wasn't a huge concealer person. Like, I didn't like use concealer all that often. So for me, since I hit my mid-30s, I've noticed I've kind of started to need concealer a little bit more. So I've tried a ton. I've tried the NARS one, I've tried the Too Faced one, I've tried MAC's, this one from Tarte, and this one, I've talked about this, I think this is like the 4th time I've talked about this on my channel. This is a Shape Tape from Tarte, and it is my favorite concealer. I literally will wear this every day now, and in fact I actually just ordered a ton more because I don't want to run out. I don't want to find myself in that situation where I have no concealer. So Tarte Shape Tape, it is the best concealer like on the market right now. Love this stuff. Okay, so powder. So I'm actually ran out. Shockingly enough, I'm waiting for it to get in. But my ride or die loose powder, my setting powder, is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. But I ran out of it, and stupid me threw the container away. So lesson learned. But if we're gonna go in for pressed powder, I like the Double Wear from Estee Lauder. This one, I used it back in a couple years ago, and I just kind of totally forgot about it. So I bought another one. This is shade one in one Ivory Nude. It works great with a lot of my different foundations, and whether I'm going for like a more sheer look, I can just either, and it's buildable. This is a really buildable powder, and yes, it's kind of on the pricey side, but I don't mind if it makes my skin look flawless. So yeah. Okay, so next up is blush. Blush is, I love blush. I mean, I look dead without blush because I'm kind of pale. So obviously I'm gonna go for an Orgasm. This is Orgasm from NARS. This is the special limited edition one, the gigantic pan, because why not? I actually have the regular size one, I have a mini one, I have the stick, I have everything Orgasm from NARS. It's just the most flattering shade. It works great for my skin tone, and yeah, it's really a great blush, and I love it. And every time I kind of try and experiment with blushes, I always tend to go back to the NARS Orgasm. So this one is my ride or die. So now contour. So I can't remember if contour was on the original list from Jaclyn Hill, but I'm adding the contour one. And I know I've talked about it on the channel before, but it is my favorite. It's my ride or die. It's the one from Tarte. This is the Tartiest contour palette. I don't use all the things in here. As you can tell, the blush and the super dark shade have really never been touched. I use the lightest of the contour shades, and sometimes I'll use the correct and the white one, the correct and the white one in the middle. I don't really use the other three, but just for that one contour shade, I love this palette alone. Bronzer, I kind of had to think because I have a lot of different bronzers, but if I honestly am going to talk about the one that I dip into the most, it's this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight palette. So it's got a highlighter on it, which is a good highlighter. If you're in the need for a decent highlighter, this palette will get you both things. I like my highlighter to be a little bit more glowy, so I use a different highlighter, but the bronzer in here is just kind of a good, perfect bronzer. It kind of gives you everything that you need. It doesn't make you look like an Oompa Loompa, but it kind of warms up your skin tone a little bit. So ride or die Charlotte Tilbury for bronzer. Now, for highlighter, I have a lot of highlighters because, like a lot of people, I am becoming a highlighter junkie. So, but when I had to think about what was my ride or die, what is the one I'm always reaching for the most? And it's the Gleam Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one, I love it. The pans in here are massive, so you actually do get quite a big bang for your buck. And I have this one, and I have the Sun Dipped one, which is a more bronzy tones, but I find myself dipping into this one a lot. Now, I do use a lot of other highlighters. I have the Jeffree Star ones, I have NYX, I have the Becca ones. I just ordered a ton more. So, but this is the one I dip into probably the most, is this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this one's my ride or die. And I don't think eyeliner was on the original one, but I'm gonna add my ride or die eyeliner. Now my ride or die eyeliner used to be from Maybelline. It used to be the Eye Studio Master Drama in Onyx or something like that. But they discontinued it. Sad, sad me. And I spent so long. The Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal eyeliner is similar to it, but it's like $28. And as much as I love it, I bought a bunch of them, but I don't tend to reach for them as much as I want to because they cost $28. But then I was in Sephora and I found this. It's a teeny tiny little eyeliner. It is the waterproof Contour Inner Realm Gel Eyeliner. So I always tightline and waterline my eyes in kohl. I have for years. It's just how I do. And this one is waterproof and it stays put. It stays in my inner rims, which is kind of what the Maybelline one did. And the best part, $8. This baby is $8. I have like 5 of them because every time I'm at Sephora, I just grab a handful of them and I'm on my way. So this one right here is my Ride or Die eyeliner from Sephora. Ride or Die brow. Again, I feel like I was kind of like being super lazy with my brows for the longest time. I would get them waxed, I would get them tinted, and then I would just do nothing. But now I kind of want more defined brows. I want to kind of really start playing with them, so I've tried a ton. I like the Benefit ones. I don't love the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I know. I'm like going against the grain, but I don't love it. It just doesn't really work that great on me. So a couple of weeks ago, and this is actually a really recent Ride or Die, I'm going to be completely honest. This is a very recent Ride or Die. A couple of weeks ago, I tried the one from IT Cosmetics, and this is the Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. And I think it's just in taupe. I think that's just the general color is taupe. And it works perfectly for my brows. It's not too waxy, it's not too cranny. There is a couple ones from Maybelline that I like that I'll get to probably in another video, but the one that I reach for all the time when I just want a super simple, easy brow is this Brow Power from IT Cosmetics. It's awesome. Love it. Okay, mascara. This one was probably the easiest one that I had, to be truthfully honest. When it said mascara, I was like, oh, that's simple. Better than Sex from Too Faced. It is probably my everyday mascara. There's some other mascaras I love. I like the Legendary Lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. I like the one that I've been trying from Tom Ford. There's a couple of CoverGirl ones that I like, a couple of Maybelline ones that I like, but every day I tend to just always, like when I travel or anything like that, I always have Better Than Sex with me. It is my favorite mascara. I'm actually wearing it right now. as I always do in most of my videos, I'm wearing this mascara because it is my favorite. Okay, so eyeshadow palettes. I am an eyeshadow palette junkie. I love eyeshadow palettes. But when I have to think about the one that I kind of reach into my drawer of palettes for the most, it is probably the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar from Too Faced. This one, as you can see, it's gotten quite a bit of love. I use a lot of the kind of more neutral shades. My entire eye look that I have right now was done using this. Actually, my entire face look that I'm doing was done using all of these products here. So this is my entire eye look I did with the Semi-Sweet palette. It's good neutral shades. I love all the chocolate bar bonbons, all of them from Too Faced, but the one I reach for the most is probably the Semi-Sweet, and this is the one I take a lot with me when I travel too, because I find that it just gives me all the shades that I will need. So this is my Ride or Die makeup palette, or my Ride or Die eyeshadow palette is the Semi-Sweet one from Too Faced. Eyelashes. I've said this in my videos a couple of times. I don't wear eyelashes a ton. I'm wearing them right now just because this is a Ride or Die challenge that didn't include lashes, but I just don't really wear eyeshadow, or I just don't really wear false eyelashes that often. But when I do, I tend to just keep it kind of more on the natural side, and I go with this one. This is the Salon Perfect Be Natural. These are the ones that I tend to wear a lot, and I use the black eyeshadow glue because it just kind of adds a little bit more definition. I find I don't have to go back in with an eyeshadow or with an eyeliner to kind of fill in the gaps. But yeah, so if I'm gonna go with lashes, I go with these ones from Salon Perfect. They're just the natural ones. They just kind of accentuate my natural lashes. But yeah, these are my Ride or Die lashes. Lips is another one I had a little bit of a hard time with. So for lipstick, it's not a traditional lipstick. It's a lip crayon or lip pencil, if you will. This is the, how do you pronounce this? Magella from NARS. It's just an awesome, it's their satin lip pencil. It's just a really good red shade. And I love red lipstick, especially in the fall and the winter. I rock a red lip almost all the time. And this is my Ride or Die lip color. This is, I think, the third one that I've owned. And if they ever discontinue this color, I'm going to cry crocodile tears. Lip gloss. So lip gloss, I had a hard time with because I have a ton of lip glosses and I just couldn't really narrow it down. But then when I had to think about which one I always keep in my purse, it's the Hot Sand from NARS. So a lot of my lip stuff is from NARS. I've just now realized this. It's just kind of a good overall, kind of a good nudie lip gloss. It looks good by itself. It looks good layered on top of other things. I like the whole Hot Sand collection actually from NARS. They actually have a liquid illuminator and a powder highlighter from them, and I just really like the whole Hot Sand collection. So this is probably my favorite. I think this is actually my second one. The first one got sent to me as part of a PR package, and I used it all, and then I went and bought a second one. So I'm pretty sure this is my second one that I've gotten from them. Liquid lip. So liquid lip, I've kind of just gotten onto the liquid lip train probably like 4 months ago. Started off with Kylie Jenner, not gonna lie. Started off by trying the Kylie products, and I do like the Kylie products, but that's not my Ride or Die. I thought it would be my Ride or Die, but then when I went back and thought about which one I wear the most often, it's actually Jeffree Star. And this one is Mannequin. I actually own several of the Jeffree Star liquid lip shades, and I like them all. They're not super drying. I do find the Kylie ones to be a little bit more on the drying side. These ones go on super light, and I have to say, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on here, but I like the dofa on this one. It's got like this like little curve that just hugs your lip. It just makes it so easy to apply. And I pair this one because I always like to pair them with a liner, but Jeffree Star doesn't make the lip liners. And Jeffree, if you're watching this, please make lip liners. Please, I beg of you. So I pair his with this ColourPop Lippy Pencil. And this is in BFF. So I find that BFF goes really, really well with Mannequin. And ColourPop is also super affordable. So these two together. And this is what I'm wearing on my lips. So last but not, actually no, it is least. Okay, so last is obviously setting spray. And I am going with the one that everybody probably uses, and that is the All Nighter Setting Spray by Urban Decay. It is the one that works the best. Literally the best. It says it says Urban Decay by Scandinavia, so I don't know if it's the Scandinavia setting spray repackaged as Urban Decay or if it's just a little thing. I don't know, but I love it. This is my 4th bottle. actually, and I have 2 more that are travel size that I keep with me for traveling. I've also used the D-Slick one, and that one's good, but during New York City summers, you want the all-nighter spray. That is just the bomb.com, my favorite one. This is my ride or die setting spray. Guys, so those are my ride or die makeup products. Thank you so much to Jaclyn Hill for creating this tag. It really made me think about all the different products that I use. And so I encourage everybody here who's watching this to do their own ride or die tag. Whether you film it or not, just kind of think about what are your ride or die products. Make sure to follow me on all the social channels, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's all Misty Michelle XO. And until then, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.